9 hours into the violence that has swept different parts of the national capital, a crucial Home Ministry meeting has begun on the violence in Delhi perpetrated by elements within the protest that has been raging for 65 days by Punjab farmers on the borders of Delhi. 3 rounds of meetings have taken place at the Home Ministry so far. Special teams have been formed by the Home Ministry and Delhi Police to monitor the situation on the ground. It is still rapidly changing, rapidly developing. The numbers of protesters are increasing at some of these sites, and things are still extremely tense at this time. Kamaljit Sandhu, who has been at the Singhu border, who has been reporting all through this morning since it started at 8 a.m. is with me live because she also covers internal security for us here on India Today. Kamal, tell us about the Home Ministry taking stock. 3 meetings have taken place. Special teams have been formed. Give us the details, Kamal.
Some of the most important meetings of the day, and remember, after Republic Day, there were 4 scenes that we've seen, vandalism taking place, protesters taking the streets, and remember, farmers now turning rioters in several areas. That's been a key cause of concern. Now, there were intelligence inputs which were shared, and now is the time where the Home Minister is being apprised by the Home Secretary Ajay Bala, by the RCP Arvind Kumar, as the other top officials, including the CP Delhi. So yes, all this is being done at this point of time. Their part is what is the firm and decisive action which is going to be taken. Now many are upset about the scenes and the scenario which turned out where the crowds were extremely hostile towards the security forces, including Delhi police. The other part is eviction from key areas like Red Fort. Now we've seen in the later part of the day that the appeal has gone from the farmer leaders that these people who've gone to other areas, including ITO and Red Fort, to come back to the areas because these protests are now closing down. But it's the larger scenario, the law and order situation, farmers taking law into their own hands. All of this is a matter of great concern. Now, earlier also the government talked about Seek for Justice and Khalistani extremist groups like going in. And the sort of vandalism that has taken place has rubbed the government the wrong way. Now, will the government really bend and negotiate with the farmers once again, as we've seen in the past, or for that matter, have a strong stance and quick turn action? Now, these are very few hard choices that the government now needs to take, and obviously, because the farmers have also said that on 1st of February, they're going to march towards the parliament with an upcoming situation, and people would not want to see a situation spiral out of control. So, we think it's extremely important at this point of time, because it will help the government take a final decision.
Okay, I just want to show our viewers where these protests are happening. Because I appreciate that many of our viewers who are not in the national capital or not familiar with Delhi will be wondering about the distances between where all of this is happening in relation to the place where the protests have been taking place over the last few days. Take a look at this quick map of Delhi. It gives you a sense of where things are actually happening. You can see where Rajpath is, you can see where the Singhu border is, and you can... That gives you a sense of where things really are as far as the flashpoints are concerned. So Singhu border, Ghazipur border, Delhi is roughly circular. The Singhu border, Ghazipur border, Tikri border, ITO Delhi is where most of the violence took place today. It's pretty much in the central part. Red Fort is where those symbolic images of the flag hoisting happened. Najafgarh and Nangloi are where the most recent images of violence have played out. So I wanted to play out that map so you get a geographical sense of how spread out all of these areas are. Delhi is a big city, and this is a sort of reference map of where things are happening right now. The symbol of independent India, one of India's best known monuments, the Red Fort, was completely taken over by a violent mob posing as farmers. They were part of this protest. They laid siege to the historic Red Fort and unfurled their own Nishan Sahib, which is the saffron flag you see. It is sacred to Sikhs. It is a flag that is unfurled at every Gurudwara. This was unfurled at the Red Fort, from where the Prime Minister addresses the nation every year. There was some misinformation earlier that the Tiranga was replaced with this flag. That is not the case. Let me categorically tell you that was not the case. The flag was not replaced with anything. The flag mast was empty, but this flag was hoisted there, and that has its very own problems, let me tell you. A few youth climbed atop the flagpole